Welcome to Word Up, and today we are discussing the word noob. Let's start with the definition. A person who is inexperienced or new at something, particularly gaming or using the internet. A newbie began as a term for someone who was new at something. So an example, I had a newbie on my team. He didn't even know where all the weapons were. Now the word newbie makes sense, but where it turns into noob is a little more complicated, so follow me. In the 1980s on message boards, something started to evolve called leetspeak. And on message boards and in groups, there were people that became kind of knowledgeable about the topic. They became administrators. They became the people that knew what was going on, and they became the elite. And then they started to shorthand that to elete, and then it shorted to leet. So leetspeak is basically the shorthand that these people in the know use to communicate. Some examples. The XOR spelling began to replace words that ended with ER, so words like hacker started to look really different. Symbols were also used, so like the ampersand, which is pronounced and, it changed words, like sandbox, it started to look really different. Or the word banned, as in you've been banned from this group. Another popular word is pwned, which stems from owned, something you might say when you win a game or an argument. You've been pwned. Sometimes intentional misspelling was used to not trigger spam alerts or misconduct searches. So if there was something you didn't want to trigger one of those flags, you would come up with another way to spell it. So for example, hacker. But here we're talking about the word newbie, which evolved into noob, and then eventually they just replaced the O's with zeros, noob. So some examples. That's not how you use that meme, noob. Or you might apologize and say, sorry I suck, I'm a Call of Duty noob, I'll get better. Now this whole arena of leetspeak is really confusing and really deep, and there's a lot of stuff in there, so I did my best to explain it. This may come up in other words that aren't quite sure, but that's the basics of leet speech and the basics of the word noob. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if there's other words or phrases you want us to talk about, and thanks for watching Word Up.